Alright, hello, hello. I have resurrected the Geminate here. And during that last scenario, I got enough experience to hit level 6, so had I not retired, I would be level 6 on returning to town. I went ahead and removed a -1 to put in the final 0 any element to any element. And then I was missing a perk. So I took the replace a 0 for a +1 wound. I level up to 6. I'm not sure exactly which card I want to take. I have looked at the rules for this special scenario. I did a whole intro and everything, and I started reading them, and I got so confused. So I have read the rules now twice. We're gonna go through it one more time, and hopefully third time is the charm. And then decide which one of these level 6 cards to take. You know, if I were still playing with a Snowflake, it would be a very easy choice to take number 6, because this is the White Winds pattern. This is also, like, a Tornado pattern, so, like, you know, there are just a ton of ways that brittling 3 targets would be absolutely insane. And, like, Corrosive Acid also pairs really well with Thresh and Flail, because, like, you could just play them in the same turn. You know, if you're already next to one guy... you know, say you, like, go slow with Firefly Swarm in ranged form, you know, maybe attack with Into My Embrace to pull something closer, move up next to it with Firefly Swarm, then next turn you use Light that somebody else gave you, or you switched with, like, an element to any element thing to pull 2 targets in, and then get Corrosive Acid on and brittle all 3 of them. Oh. That's just an insane combo. I don't know if it's going to be too good here, though. I'm still kind of tempted to take Corrosive Acid, though, because it just looks... This is, like, one of the most fun-looking Geminate cards that I'm really sad I didn't actually get to play with. And then there's Hirudu Therapy. I'm saying Hydrotherapy. Maybe I shouldn't take this card. You know what? Maybe I should edit that out and just not take this card at all so that I don't have to try to pronounce it. The bottom of this looks really good, though. Being able to target, like, move and attack at range is really nice. Because, like, you know, I've had this Mind Spike the whole time, which has been really, really useful for just having the ranged attack. But you have to position for it ahead of time. And then the top also would give me a way to heal myself, which would be really nice. Because, like, this Selfless Offering only heals an ally. Oh. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into the special rules, because actually I think I might be able to use this Selfless Offering on myself in this scenario. So this is what it looks like. We do have 2 starting locations, and so let's just go through the rules here. So the scenario is complete when Section 1 has been read and all enemies are dead. At the end of that round, be the conclusion. Place both Geminate figures on the map in the 2 starting hexes, and place a character token on one of them. Both figures are affected by all abilities normally and share the same hit points. They are allies to each other and enemies to all monsters. Whenever a switch form icon is resolved, instead of the normal effect, switch which figure the character token is on. At the start of each round, you can only play cards from the form the character token is on, and all actions you perform during the turn are performed by that figure. Any active bonuses are only applied to the figure with the character token. Monsters do not focus or target the figure with no character token. So basically, the way I interpret this is that play basically proceeds as normal, but when you switch forms, rather than going from off of the map into the hex that the other form was in, you just switch. They stay in their old location. Which is really weird, because that completely changes the Geminate playstyle. Because, like, kind of, you know, one of your basic patterns is something like, you know, Into My Embrace, so that you'll switch forms and you'll end adjacent to the monster, you know? And that way you'll be in melee form on the next turn. But that's not a thing all of a sudden anymore, which is really weird. But it does say that they are allies to each other, which means that I actually can use this Selfless Offering to heal myself. Which is really nice, because normally this is, like, really restrictive, because you would like to be able to heal yourself with it. It's going to make generating fire pretty important here, which actually almost makes me want to set the bottom of Changeling's Boon to help me get this fire. It would also add a Bless, which you never know, could help. That would give me 3 crits in the deck since I already have 1 extra. But I have no source of advantage, which kind of really sucks. Alright. Whenever a monster dies, place a numbered token next to the map, with the number equal to the number of monsters that have died this scenario. At the start of each round, for each numbered token next to the map, spawn the monster in the list on the following page corresponding to the number of each token and remove those tokens. I don't know why it says following page. It means like following column, because when you go to the next page, it shows like section 1. So I have not read the special rules for section 1, but like it said following page, so I went to the next page and then I saw this thing and I'm like, wait, what? So I don't know why it says following page. This whole last sentence is just like, spawn the monster in the list on the following page corresponding to the number of each token and remove those tokens. I just feel like that could have been phrased much more simply. You know, like based on which token is there, read this chart. I don't know. Anyway, so on the left side, it looks like round 1 is a lurker, E and F. Round 3 is a lurker. Both of those are wave throwers. So D and F will get lurker wave throwers, and E will get a lurker soldier. Then on the left side, oh, I'm supposed to have 2 robotic bolt shooters that just didn't spawn in. Okay, that makes it a little bit harder. That actually makes it a lot harder. That actually changes a lot from what I was thinking. I'm glad I saw this, because sometimes scenarios just don't let out correctly in Tabletop Simulator. Okay, so what do I get on the left side? It's ABC on the left side. So round 2, we get a blade spinner. Not round 2. 2 monster kills, we get a blade spinner. 4, we get a bolt shooter. And 5, we get a bolt shooter. And 7, we get a blade spinner. So there will be 4 spawns on the left and only 3 on the right. Oh, it kept my token. What? Yeah. What are you doing, Geminate? Okay. Let's make sure we're on the difficulty we want. We're gonna do +1. Okay, yeah. Monster level 4, so I guess I'm ready to go. There being bolt shooters here does kind of change what I was thinking, though. Although I didn't really have any plan set. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh. Okay, yeah, so I do still need to pick a card. I'm kind of thinking I just want to do the hydrotherapy. And I know that's not what it says, but it's just, like, all my melee cards are so good. Like, I don't want to lose Changeling's Boon. It's going to pair really well with Venomous Barbs. I don't want to lose Icebound Quills. It's my fastest initiative. It also gives me some Pierce and just, like, high damage burst. I don't want to lose Thresh and Flail. That top loss is amazing. I can't really afford to lose Drag Down because, like, it's a switch form. And I already took out Hornet Stinger, which is a form change. Draining Pincers, same thing. I have to keep those form changes. And then Reckless Jab is going to pair with the Mirrored Knife that I just got. I don't know if I said it in this or if it was in the previous one, but I also added a Heavy Sword. Because, like, I started a recording and then I got to the special rules and I just got mind bent for a minute. And yeah, these melee cards I feel like are just way too good. So I don't know what I would take out for the brittle card. And, like, I guess the brittle card would pair really well with Reckless Jab bottom. If I'm next to something, then I could brittle it and attack it for 8. But I'm not getting like the AoE pattern in this level on it. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I could just stay far away from this water and never deal with this lightning eel. I think I want ranged Geminate on this side, because I get blade spinners at B. And so, you know, obviously I don't want to be retaliated on. So who do I want to start on here? I'm thinking ranged form. Something kind of cool that I can do here is like hit one of these guys in ranged form and change to melee form. And then they would go after melee form rather than going after ranged form. But like if Lightning Eel gets ranged cards and the bolt shooters can move a bit, then that would be a problem. The bolt shooters are never going to get to hit multi-target though, since my non-token character can't be focused. So that's nice. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start in ranged form and I'm going to switch to melee. And so how exactly do I want to do it becomes the question. I can go ahead and go for my new hydrotherapy here and just use this bottom. And I can hit 2. I would have to curse myself, but I don't really mind cursing myself since I have those potions. Oh, and I can immobilize them, but then my melee form is immobilized for next turn. And that's not very good. So I would need a top form switch, so I would have to go into my embrace here. But I feel like that's fine. And this could maybe even potentially kill one of them. The only problem is if I kill one of them, then Geminate, then the Lurker Wave Thrower spawns down here, right? But I guess I could just pull it in with Thresh and Flail and, like, hit it with Reckless Jab. And that sounds pretty good. There's a chance it would spawn a Lightning Eel, but if it spawns 1, that's probably not the end of the world. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Oh, wait, no, never mind. The Lightning Eel got its ranged card, but it doesn't matter, because this Geminate isn't really on the board right now, just this one. So Lightning Eel just does nothing. It can't focus, so it doesn't move. We've got move 2, attack range 5. So both of these guys are going to be able to hit the gem, but it is only attack for 2, so maybe it won't be that big of a deal. I'll go ahead and let's just go after guy number 1, right? So let's hit him with Into My Embrace. Oh, that's a start. So he just dies. And then, so I'll hit this bottom guy with Hydrotherapy. Hirudu Therapy. And so there's no point in doing either of these, so let's just attack for 2. These guys are immune to wound, but he'll still take the +1. And then now I switch forms because it's the end of my turn and I played Into My Embrace. And so this guy will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and attack for 2. And it's disadvantage because I have armor. And I take 2. So the round has ended. So we delete token number 1 and spawn guy number 1, which is a wave thrower. Then a blade spinner, then a wave thrower up top. So how do I want to deal with this guy? On the bright side, now I know the eel can't get its ranged card because that is not a shuffle. Which makes me want to Thresh and Flail. So I think I like what I had said before of Reckless Jab with with Thresh and Flail. This guy go ahead... Oh! He is actually not going to hit me because he has move 0 and he's only 4 range. So he can't reach. So he just gets shield. And Geminate will go, and the Wave Thrower, unfortunately, is going to summon. But I'll pull him in with Thresh and Flail bottom. No light. Because the Lightning Eel wasn't able to do any of his actions last turn. I'll go ahead and Poison Wound myself. And then I'll attack with the Mirrored Knife to add Poison and Wound to the attack. Okay, this is just the Gloomhaven symbol for wound, right? It's kind of weird that I feel like I don't recognize it. It's just been it's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't know why Xhaven has the Gloomhaven one for the solo scenarios, but that's fine. I figured it out. Oh, and so it's not showing up in here. That is interesting. Whatever. Okay. I mean, we know that I'm wounded, right? And I Mirror Knife to add it. And so it's just going to deal 4. And it's going to Poison Wound. But it shows the wound on... Oh, I didn't click on it. That's why it doesn't show it. Duh. And then I will Amulet, right? Now that I've used the Mirrored Knife, no reason to keep that on myself. And that finishes Gem. Eel can't hit me. This guy will go. We'll have him put the water over here, right? And summon a normal eel. And I didn't kill anybody, so nobody's going to spawn. And we're new turn. And I didn't switch forms or anything. So still in melee. So I could go for Venomous Barbs bottom here. Part of me almost kind of likes Venomous Barbs bottom with Changeling Boons top. And I'll first target the Lightning Eel and then go for the Wave Thrower. It's actually like kind of possible that I kill both. Which I wouldn't hate. And then this just means that next turn I need to switch forms, and that feels totally fine. I will get attacked for 2, and I should still have 1 tick of armor, right? Yeah. And so I'll take 1. And then it's me. So let's attack for 2 with poison with Venomous Barbs into the eel. And it does 1 and poisons. What am I taking from the Wave Thrower? Just an attack for 2. Let's go ahead and hit the Wave Thrower with the first attack on Changeling's Boon. It's going to deal 3. So I could very likely kill him. Or I can just stall. He's only attacking for 1. Let's go for this eel. And let's just draw +1. Oh, whoops. I only deal 3, which is really unfortunate. And there are no elements set, so I don't get to switch. Man, I just barely needed better pulls. You know what? I should have used the heavy sword. But I didn't say it. I'm not going to go back and retroactively say it, because, you know, even if I had thought about it, there's a chance I might not have used it, right? So this guy's going to back up and attack for 1, and deal 1. And then the sharpshooter, he's already in range, so he'll attack for 2 and do nothing. So no kills again. But these guys are in a drag down for me, and I want to switch forms, so I'll just go as fast as I can and drag down. Wow. They're very slow. Dang. Bolt Shooter isn't moving, but he's attacking in range 4, so if I drag down, then I switch into ranged, and he's able to hit me. Oh well. I mean, I probably just have to take the attack for 5. That's a lot of damage. I'm going to drag down. Lightning Eel and then Wave Thrower. Because I need to kill this wave thrower. I could just... No, I can't. There's nowhere I can move to and not get hit by the lightning eels. So, I guess I'll get a shield 1 for the bolt shooter's attack. So let's drag down into the eel, and then the wave thrower, and they both die. So that's 2 and 3 killed. Which maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe that is a mistake. Then I'll go ahead and set the shield and retaliate, and I switch to range. And then now, ranged form gets attacked for 5, but it's attacked for 4. And I take 4. Uh, 2 and 3, blade spinner, and wave thrower. Wave thrower has gotten summoned twice, so hopefully they don't get it here. I have to kill all enemies, right? All enemies have to die. So, it doesn't make too much sense to, like, rush here. I need to stay in ranged form for a little bit. I could stamina potion, or I could play a loss to get back into melee form and have another turn there. And I do have my form switch in melee. I really like the idea of, like, immobilizing the blade spinner. Ah, if I had stamina potion, then hydrotherapy. We're saying hydrotherapy. If I had a way to get hydrotherapy back, this would be really, really good here. To just step back, immobilize both these targets, probably kill the bolt shooter. Although, I mean, maybe I don't even want to be killing at this point. So I wish I had that here. But I mean, I don't really, right? Locust Host, I could curse myself and hit both of these guys. It's not really amazing, though. Like, just an attack for 2 into both is kind of whelming. I could get advantage on it with Dragonfly Surge, though. And then I'm playing a loss, so I could lose one of my cards to get back, a melee card. But I don't want to go into melee form on this blade spinner, right? And then who am I getting on my next kill? A bolt shooter at A. The normal bolt shooters are just 6 health, so they're easy to kill. Dragonfly Surge is really good on them. Blade spinners are immune to wound. This feels like a very important turn to get right. It's also really bad if this wave thrower summons, but I don't think there's really much I can do about that. So what exactly does my priority need to be? Maybe I don't need to hit the blade spinner. Because blade spinners don't do all too much damage. They've got like a 70-something speed card. It's like 71. Where they move, they have reduced move, and they deal a lot of damage. Other than that, there's like, they can wound, which could be annoying. But I can Selfless Offering over this obstacle to remove a wound. I could Mind Spike top here, but I don't really like that. The Blade Spinner also could be giving me fire, which would actually be really nice to get the regenerate on myself. I'm kind of leaning right now towards Locust Host to hit both of these guys with the bottom of Dragonfly Surge to get advantage on it. But it also feels kind of dumb to do. I also am considering just healing the melee form. I could just heal the melee form and switch. And I don't hate that. I'll have to stamina potion. I think I like that, because it's far enough away from the Blade Spinner that I don't think the Blade Spinner is reaching. Maybe with its move 5 jump card, or like, I don't know if it's move 5 or move 4 at this level. They only have 3 base moves, so it's probably just move 4. And move 4 jump will not get to the Geminate. Wave Throwers barely hit hard at all. And then Lightning Eels have probably shuffled, yeah. So there's a chance he draws the ranged card, but it's not that high. So, like, Bolt Shooter is probably what's dealing the most damage here. So maybe I want to hit this guy. If I kill him, then a new one spawns up here. But I can just probably move Geminate down this way. I think I like this. So let's Mind Spike and Selfless Offering. Okay, very nice. Lightning Eel does nothing. We've got a 1 damage attack from the Wave Thrower. I love that. A move 1 attack at 5 range, and move 4 jump on the Blade Spinner. Good. So this is basically exactly what I wanted. So let's attack with the bottom of Mind Spike. Hopefully this kills. We need a +1. Yeah, I don't have any way to buff it up. Yes, good job. That was guy number 4. And then I'll just heal over the wall to get a heal 3. Because it does say they are allies to each other, so I should be able to do that. And then I switch forms because I attacked with the Mind Spike. And so now we get attack for 1. And I take 2. And then we get move 4 jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have him go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can't be focused over here, so. Oh, and Stamina Potion. So which melee card do I want? Thresh and Flail sounds kind of good. I don't get to do the whole get rid of a card to get back a card thing, but move 3 jump, I can get onto like any enemy I want and then just Thresh and Flail them. Oh, wait, no. Stamina Potion has to be a level 1 card. So, barely remembered that in time. I don't have Amulet of Life or Mirrored Knife, so I don't really want a Reckless Jab, I don't think. I have to be doing a top with whichever card I get. It can't get Venomous Barbs. It has to be Icebound Quills, Drag Down, Changeling's Boon, or Reckless Jab. So, I guess Changeling's Boon is my best bet. Well, if I do Icebound Quills and I attack with the Heavy Sword into the Lightning Eel, I only need a +1 to kill. Which would be nice. But I don't really like the idea of being next to this water with, like, the Wave Thrower summoning right here. If I do Changeling's Boon, also it's really slow. So I think I'll do Icebound Quills with my Stamina Potion. Alright, new turn. I've only got 2 cards, so let's play these, see what they're doing, and figure it out from there, right? Got attack 5 out of this guy. Only attack 2, but moving 5 out of the Blade Spinner. Oh, wait, but once I come over here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once I come over here, I switch to ranged form. So only the Blade Spinner is going to go off? No, that's not true, because I didn't spawn the Bolt Shooter. Dang. Dang, so I get attacked for 2 and for 4 this turn. Which I probably survive, but it's not a super pleasant survival. I really want to get this Wave Thrower down before he summons. So I'm going to come up to him and Icebound Quills him. So attack for 5. And let's go ahead and heavy sword, I think. So attack for 6. Any element to any element, but there are none. But I do 6 damage, which is pretty good. I can now discard a card to recover a card. So do I want any of these cards in particular? I mean, it would have to be a range form card, right? Maybe hydrotherapy to get some healing in. I could like move here and heal off of both of them. It would be a heal 4. That's pretty good. No, because once again, it has to be a lower level card. So, yeah, it can only be one of these 3 that I get back. Mind Spike would be okay to immobilize people. I'm not going to have an element, though. This is tough. This is very tough. All right. Let's see what they do. So attack for 2. Does 3. Attack for 4. Misses. Okay. I mean, that's almost the equivalent of a miss. Kind of think I dropped Locust Host. Definitely not loving my spot. And the wave thrower is not in range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Barely not. Now, I kind of want to long rest here. Let's see. So I've killed 4. So next I get another bolt shooter, right? A bolt shooter, and then a lurker soldier, and then another blade spinner. So the blade spinners really are the issue. And now I'm close to this guy, which means I need to back up significantly. Dang, it's not even possible for me to hit the blade spinner with Dragonfly Surge. Because a Dragonfly Surge crit would kill him. There is also fire. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna short rest. Yeah, I wish I hadn't lost Locust Host, because Locust Host bottom would be really good here. Oh, into my embrace? Maybe I don't need it. I do have Mind Spike and Selfless Offering to switch forms still. Speaking of Selfless Offering, do I just go Selfless Offering with Dragonfly Surge right here while there's fire to try to kill this Blade Spinner? I've got 2 crits in the deck, and I pull 13 modifiers. Or, I have 13 modifiers left, and I pull 2. So it would definitely be possible to kill this Blade Spinner here. If I do, then I get another Bolt Shooter, which maybe isn't the end of the world. Another option would be to just go ahead and heal for 4 here. It would switch me to melee, but I kind of want to be melee because I want to take out this wave thrower quickly, right? So maybe I try to go slower than the eel. So I could go like 27. Okay. Yeah. I think I like this. So I'm going to go 27, which is hopefully going to be slower than the eel. I'll move away from the blade spinner, attack him with Dragonfly Surge. Oh, but no, I needed to do hydrotherapy. I need to do hydrotherapy to heal up, because 5 health is really low. So hopefully I'm slower than the eel. The eel will go and see no focus. Then I switch to melee form. Why does it always work out? Why does it always work out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang. So the blade spinner still gets to reach the gem. the melee gem. So that part didn't work out. That was an unfortunate card. I guess unless I kill him, right? Move 1, attack range 5. So good. The bolt shooter is not going to be able to reach the gem. And just an attack 2 from the wave thrower, so it's never killing, and I don't have to worry about that. And I did not do... Yeah, okay. I did do Hiraду Therapy. Oh, which means I played both of my... Well, I've still got a couple switch forms, so that's not a big deal. So I'll move right here. Range 2-3, right? Yeah, exact 2-3 range. So that works here. So they both suffer 2. And I heal 4. And I switch to melee. The eel has already gone, and he didn't see a focus. So now we get move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this guy is at exact range for Dragonfly Surge. But I won't have the fire anymore. But I just want to go fast with Geminate, kill this wave thrower, and switch back to ranged. Because the Blade Spinner's pretty likely to not be able to reach me. Okay, yeah, this is a shuffle. He would reach me with Hasty Assault. He would reach me with his move 4 jump. But his other cards wouldn't reach me. Okay, so this guy moves here and he attacks me for 2. And I take 2. But I still healed more than I took this round. I still need to take an attack for 2. And I take 1, so I still healed more than I took this round. And this guy moves 1, getting closer. Also, this was a very good turn to get the Focus Fire out. A very, very good turn to get the Focus Fire out, because next turn I'm switching back to ranged. So I'm happy there. How am I switching back to range? I could Thresh and Flail here. Kind of the problem with Thresh and Flail, though, is that, like, I'll kill the Wave Thrower, and then I'd want to use the rest of the attacks into the Blade Spinner, but I obviously don't want to be retaliated on, right? And I never took the push, the 2+1 push 3 cards. Kind of wish I had. And +1 regenerate self. There are a lot of really, really, really good gem perks. They're, like, all really good, actually. So what is my condition here? I would love to see, like, the shield and heal card out of these guys at 16 speed. That is decently, possibly likely. Next guy I kill gives me a bolt shooter. Guy after gives me blade spinner. No, guy after gives me soldier down here. Ooh. Okay, well, I know I have to go basically as fast as I possibly can, right? Because I want to switch away before this eel goes. So I guess, yeah, that solves it for me, because I'm either doing Venomous Barbs for the top, which I don't want to do. I definitely don't want to do that right now. So I'm playing the bottom of Venomous Barbs, which means I have to do Drag Down to switch over. And going really fast here is most important. Okay, there's the heal out of the bolt shooter. And hasty assault again out of the blade spinner. So I can use my boots here to avoid an attack for 3. And I feel like that's worth it. So let's boots to underspeed the lightning eel. And then just attack for 2 into the wave thrower with venomous barbs. It'll deal 1. Which I think means this guy's guaranteed to die now. No, I could pull a 0. But drag down is attack for 3 because of the poison, and I draw a +1. And then I switch forms. Then the bolt shooter heals. The eel just does nothing, and this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And attacks me for 2, and I take 3. I've got Firefly Swarm. Oh. Hasty Assault there feels like it was really unlucky. Feels really unlucky. Was that a shuffle on the bolt shooters? Yeah, it was. So they could be doing anything now. And I'm not seeing anything fantastic to do in ranged form here. I feel like I have to Dragonfly Surge, Firefly Swarm, back up, attack with the Dragonfly Surge, discard a melee card to get back a ranged card because I'm playing a loss. I just need to see some nothing cards out of these guys. Otherwise, I'm losing a ton of cards to not die. All right, it is I, the twin brother who wears the glasses and edits the videos at the end of the night. So that was basically the end of attempt 1 that you just saw. There are like 10 minutes left on it, but it's not really worth anything. You know, I spent at least half of that time just stun locked trying to find a way to wiggle out, and there wasn't one. It was over once that turn started and I got into that position. So you know, I have 4 hours of footage of this level, and I would love to show all of it so that you can see the progression from attempt 1 to attempt 17. But instead, what we're just going to jump to the end of attempt 2, because this is the first time that I managed to kill 8 monsters and get to the second part of the special rules to see what needs to be done to finish this level, and then, you know, we'll see the end of attempt 2. Then we'll do a theory crafting session, and then I'm just going to show my my best attempt. Either way, I have to move 3 with jump because I have to switch forms, right? So I guess instead I'll go here and I'll melee attack the eel. I need to be first. Oh, and I'm first at 50. Let's go. Was I supposed to... At the start of any round, if there were still numbered token next to the map. So there should be, right? Because I just killed the eel. So I should have put number 8 next to the map because I killed the eel. And then this is the start of the round after killing him. So I go ahead and read the thing. Spawn 1 normal Ice Wraith at either starting hex and 1 elite Ice Wraith at the other? Come on. Place a character token on the elite Ice Wraith. I mean, what if I'm in the starting hex? I'm not. Okay, they're gonna share a health bar though, right? The 2 Ice Wraith both act each round, but they both act each round? Really? But they share the same hit points. Whenever the first ability of their shift form action would be performed, instead, switch the Ice Wraith the character token is on. You can only damage the one with the character token. Great. Thanks. I love it. They both act? That's so stupid. Oh, God. Oh, but I'm not switching forms to melee by playing this, which means I have to long rest next turn. I don't know. This is my only hope. So first I move Enharuto Therapy. And any element to any element, which doesn't help me. And then now I Dragonfly Surge. I eat the fire, so it's advantage. And I need a crit. There's no way. There's no shot I win this. There's no possible way, right? One, two, three, four. And attack for 5. Do I still have armor? I do not have armor. I do have Amulet of Life, so I will use that on my turn. And now attack for 5. It does 6. I cannot lose Thresh and Flail. So I have to long rest here because I'm in ranged form. So I literally don't have a choice. I have to long rest here. Dude, there's no way. There's no possible way I win this. That heal probably means that there's no way for me to win. I mean, I only have 3 cards. So yeah, there's no possible way to win. Alright, it has been a couple hours. I've put some thought in. I want to analyze the cards I'm bringing. So I glanced through them, and these are the 5 that I am considering. Maybe reshape the guys too, I don't know. So these cards, Feeding Frenzy, this seems really good because switching which form I'm in here really, it has like more of an effect than it normally does because it allows me to switching the form can allow me to not take damage, right? So I think that this Feeding Frenzy is really nice, especially for like late game when I only have a couple cards. And it makes it easier to lose some of like the less effective cards. Like, for example, you know, normally early in a scenario, you never want to lose Drag Down because you need to keep it, or like Selfless Offering. Both of these cards, you need to keep them just because of their form changes. With Feeding Frenzy, that shouldn't be as important a step, right? So I think I definitely want to bring Feeding Frenzy. So I'll need to swap out 1 melee card. Changeling's Boon, it just gives me really good damage output. It pairs really well with Venomous Barbs. Kind of the issue I have here, though, is that the Wave Throwers are going to be 11 health. So attack for 2 poison, attack for 3, attack for 3 is about 8 damage. So it theoretically could deal 11. It's 8 with all zeros. Actually, you know, I feel like the odds of that killing are not too bad. If I'm dealing 11 damage, or I'm attacking for 8, and I get 3 modifiers, I'm level 6. So the odds of me pulling a kill there are actually not bad. So that makes me really want to bring Changeling's Boon. Flailing Tendrils, this bottom loss, seems really interesting, because Wound is really good over on this right side against Lightning Eels that get summoned, against Wave Throwers, and against the Lurker Soldier. Wound is good into all of them. It's just that there aren't really enough targets. The only way that the loss is hitting enough targets for it to be worth playing is if Wave Throwers summon. But the problem with Wave Throwers summoning is the more summons there are, then that just increases the number of monsters on the map. With the way the special rules work, like, basically anytime you kill a monster, it gets replaced by a monster. So we start with 3 on the map. That means there will always be at least 3 monsters on the map until round 7. And so if they summon, then all of a sudden now there will always be 4 monsters, and then there will always be 5 monsters. So I really think that the number 1 priority has to be killing Wave Throwers before they summon. Which means that Feeding Frenzy, no, Flailing Tendrils is what it's called. I think this bottom loss loses a lot of effectiveness, so I'm not going to bring that. Let's just look at melee form first. Icebound Quills, it's really hard to not bring, because it's a really good lost top. It's a really good initiative. Venomous Barbs, it scales too well with Changeling's Boon. Hornbeetle Carapace I could consider dropping. If I bring Feeding Frenzy, I don't need Drag Down, because Drag Down here is mostly just for the form switch. So I can swap in Feeding Frenzy for Drag Down. Reckless Jab is too good. Thresh and Flail Lost Top is too good. Draining Pincers. So if I drop Draining Pincers... Well, right now I get to add one of these two cards to get up to 7. So then it comes down to, do I want Draining Pincers or Hornbeetle Carapace? If I do not have Draining Pincers, my only way to change into ranged form is Feeding Frenzy or Changeling Boon's Loss. Which really, Changeling Boon's Loss, like if I could get down to like 10 cards in my hand, which there's no way to guarantee that, 10 cards in my modifier deck, then throwing Changeling Boon in there could be really good, because I could have 3 crits between Bless, Crit, and Brittle Self. And that would be really, really good for the Dragonfly Surge to attack with advantage to one-shot an Ice Wraith or a Blade Spinner. So that is tempting. That's another reason to bring Changeling's Boon. I think I need a move 3 switch forms, though, which means not bringing Hornbeetle Carapace. Is there any shot that Hornbeetle Carapace would be better than Thresh and Flail? So, melee form needs to kill 2 Wave Throwers, and I need to kill them ASAP. So it's probably worth burning Thresh and Flail to kill one of them, like, as ASAP. You know, maybe I just, like, need to reset the scenario. If the first turn Wave Throwers spawn, they summon. A Wave Thrower is the first thing that spawns after a death. So, like, what I want to do is have Geminate standing right here when the first thing dies. So, I could start with a move 3 on Geminate. Oh, that's right. All my cards are down here. I could start with a move 3 on Geminate, which almost makes me want to bring Hornet Stinger just for this move 3. But that's kind of dumb. I could just start with Draining Pincers and move 3 and switch forms. I really don't want to do that, but this is where I want to be standing when the first thing dies. So if I move 3 and switch forms to ranged, then ranged can kill one and switch back into Geminate, and then Geminate is standing next to this guy. It also means that the Lightning Eel will probably come up to melee form. Well, not really. Not necessarily. Because the Lightning Eel won't focus me once I switch. And the Lightning Eel's only going to move here if it gets its 16 on turn 1. So I move down here to get in the position I want, and I switch forms into Geminate. I guess I could go ahead and set Feeding Frenzy, or I could set Hornbeetle Carapace, but I don't really want to do that. So I don't have any useful top to play on turn 1 in melee form, but I think that's okay. Is it worth it to play the Feeding Frenzy? One benefit of playing Feeding Frenzy is that I can get an extra turn of stamina, because I can get Draining Pincers back. And that can get me my extra form change back. And, like, if I lose Firefly Swarm on the first rest cycle, I don't mind that at all, right? Okay. I think I've convinced myself. Oh. But what I was looking into was who needs to kill what, right? So I need to deal 22 damage to kill the 2 Wave Throwers. I need to deal 7 damage to kill this guy. So that's 29 damage over on Gems on Melee's side. On Ranged side, this is 12. Then there are 2 more, so that's 24. Then there are 2 Blade Spinners, so that's 46. And then the Ice Wraith, and the Ice Wraith can be split between. So I need to deal like twice as much damage with ranged form than I need to with melee. Which really makes me want to do Hornbeetle Carapace. But can I afford to set Hornbeetle Carapace and Feeding Frenzy and also play Thresh and Flail to kill one of the... Oh, damn it. I think I'm going to try not bringing Hornbeetle Carapace, but I definitely could see the argument for it. I just don't see any melee card to drop for it. I mean, maybe it would be Icebound Quills? Maybe I'll try dropping Icebound Quills. I'm very unlikely to get the ice from anything. The only thing I can is the Ice Wraith. And then... So, you know, it's... Well, I also have switch any element to any elements that could pop up at, like, any time, right? So that would be how I would get the ice for Icebound Quills. Attack 6 is good, 14 initiative is good, but maybe I don't need it. I have so much I have to accomplish in ranged form that I think that this will be the play. Then speaking of everything I need to accomplish in ranged form, I need to bring a lot of attacks. So I think Mind Spike has to come. And so I'll drop Selfless Offering. I lose the ability to heal my ally, which is like the one time ever where Geminate can actually use that card to heal itself. But also, like, I'm probably just going to have Geminate come over to this side and then over to this side. And so I'm not going to be in range to get the heal off. So I think Selfless Offering can go. And then, do I want Harvest the Essence to get this heal too? I could bring it instead of Firefly Swarm. It's, like, kind of similar initiatives. The top I don't need for anything. But this bottom heal too can be really nice. It goes well with Gerudo Therapy. It's just really slow to play those cards in combination. But being able to heal 6 seems really valuable. Let's give it a try. Okay. Well, I want to throw in that section where I talked about my card choices, because I think that I think that a lot of what I said there was good, but then I gave an attempt, and it really didn't go well, and so I ran into a big problem. Basically, I came down here to try to kill this Wave Thrower. And that worked. So what I did on my last attempt, I started in melee form, and I moved down here, and I set Feeding Frenzy. And I used Draining Pincers. So I played Draining Pincers, Feeding Frenzy, used Draining Pincers first, then activated Feeding Frenzy. Then with the whole on a loss, discard a card to recover a card thing, I lost Harvest the Essence to get Draining Pincers back. Not lost it, I discarded it to get Draining Pincers back. And then I was in ranged form, and then I attacked with Mind Spike and into my Embrace to get a kill and switch back into Geminate, and then use Venomous Barb's bottom with Changeling Boon's top to kill this Wave Thrower. The problem with all of that was that then I switched into Geminate, and I killed another Bolt Shooter or something. I don't know. I killed something else. And then I got once the other Wave Thrower spawned up here, I had no way to reach it with melee Geminate, because I don't have any move 4s. The only move 4 that I have access to is the loss on Drag Down. And I do not want to play this just for the loss to jump over and go for the Wave Thrower. So what happened on my previous attempt was that I went slow and I played Draining Pincers, hoping that he would walk towards me with a melee attack or something, or a short-range ranged attack. But instead he just summoned. So then I jumped 3, and I had to switch to ranged form, and then on the next turn he summoned again. And then once there are 5 monsters on the board, I don't think it's possible. So you have to kill them before they can summon. Which is making me think that rather than moving from this spot, the actual best thing to do is going to be to Thresh and Flail to pull this guy out of his position. So maybe I want to come up here. Turn 1, I could come up here and hit this Lightning Eel. And then when this guy spawns, I could Thresh and Flail and pull him in and like Changeling's Boon. And just hope he doesn't summon on turn 1. And then probably the next turn I could Venomous Barbs him. He might back up if he's got like a ranged card or something. Which that would mess me up if he backs up with a ranged card. Because if I'm standing here and he backs up into this hex, there's like nothing I can do. Why am I saying there's nothing I can do? I would just step down and hit him. So I guess that's a better plan. So turn 1, I'm going to go for move 3, and I think Reckless Jab to attack this guy and poison wound him. Let's give that a try. Okay. But what sucks about this is that I have to change into ranged form because I'm playing this move 3 jump, and then I get attacked twice for 4. Which I really don't want to see. I can't even boots to go slower than them. So of course when I go at 72, I could just restart it. But let's give it a try. I don't know. Attack for 4, let's Mirrored Knife. I'm poison wounded, he will be poison wounded, disarmed. If it's attack for 4, if I pull a +1, he goes to 5 with wound, and it would be 5 with wound and disarm. So let's just pull a +1. I could heavy sword. Dang it. I was too hopeful. And then I'm definitely Amulet of Lifing here, because I have to switch to range. And then this will use both ticks of my armor, because it's 5 range. They're both in range. So attack for 4 and attack for 4. I take 7. I really shouldn't even continue this. I should reset. Because that's basically about as bad as it could go on turn 1. Do I want to Mind Spike and switch back? Not especially. Because if I take 2 turns over here... If I take 2 turns over here in ranged form, then I don't have to worry about this Lightning Eel hitting me at all in melee, right? So I will just attack. I want to attack, but I don't want to kill. So maybe Smoldering Hatred to just do some damage and not switch and harvest the essence to heal. This guy does nothing. These guys do nothing, which I'm fine with that. Let's just attack for 2 into this top guy. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do any of my bonus abilities, just attack for 2. And it does 2 damage. He can't be wounded. And then I've got move 2, heal 2. So where exactly do I want to be? I think I want to get as far away from this guy down here as I can. Only problem is that now I'm not in good exact range for anything on this guy. I could Hydrotherapy, but... And I could Locust Toast, but I can't into my Embrace. I don't know. I like the idea of being far away from one of them, though. And I get to heal 2. I probably want to into my Embrace this next turn, right? So I'll just go slow and back up with into my Embrace. There's a chance that this guy moves up to be in 4 range, and then I could step down and Hydrotherapy top, and that would deal good damage. I wouldn't kill either of them, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I think I'm going to Hydrotherapy into my Embrace. And we'll just see what happens here. Lightning Eel goes, but he doesn't see me because I'm over here. Move 0. So this guy doesn't get to hit me. So only this guy will hit me. Attack for 4. I don't have any armor left, but I just take 4. Just take 4. And then I step back and I attack him with Into My Embrace. Because Hydrotherapy won't kill. It would be really nice if Hydrotherapy top would kill. Do I want to hit him with the attack for 2? The only problem is that if this kills, then I don't get the form switch, which would be really bad. So let's just not pull the +2. Nice. Very nice. Actually, it's not very nice because it means I didn't need to do that because Into My Embrace would have pulled it and it would have killed. But Into My Embrace still kills. Which will form switch me. It also gives me my first kill of the scenario. So we will end the round and get Wave Thrower. Now I know that this guy is dying, which is going to give me the Blade Spinner. I think I go for Thresh and Flail bottom to pull this guy in. And then as much damage as I can throw into him, which I guess is just going to be Changeling's Boon. So I'm not going to kill him here, but I might be able to kill him in the next turn. Yeah, I can Stamina Potion back Reckless Jab. The only problem is that if I Poison Wound my Stealth, then that's sticky damage. Because I don't have my Amulet of Life anymore. I do not know. Hopefully this guy gets his, like, hopefully he gets his range 6 attack where he doesn't move, right? Like, that's the only thing that would be, like, really good for me here. He did not. So he is going to... Oh, but he's not going to move away from me because he's faster than me. So he can go ahead and hit me from here. The Lightning Eel just dies, so that will be kill number 2. It's not technically a kill, but it does. It just says whenever a monster dies. Okay, so now I just get attacked for 1. And I take 2, but that's fine. This guy's going to step 1 towards me, because I'm not changing forms. I'll pull in with Thresh and Flail, and then attack for 2, attack for 2. And I deal 6. Now... Now what am I doing? Because I can't switch back unless I Stamina Potion or play a loss. I really need to kill this guy before he summons. So Venomous Barb's bottom with just an attacking top. And then I Stamina Potion back my form switch. But if I do that... So, okay, so I do Venomous Barbs with Feeding Frenzy. I Stamina back my form change. And then I can go at either 20 or 72 speed, depending. If this turn 1 had gone better and I didn't take 8 damage and lose both of my disadvantages, I think I would be in good shape here. I do also get the Blade Spinner now. Let's have the Bolt Shooter move this way instead of this way, because both are closer. Okay, move 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not in range. Wait, who all have I killed? I've just killed 2 guys. Which is, yeah, spawn the Blade Spinner. Okay. What is he doing? Move 5? That's totally cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally cool with me. It's closer to range form than I would like for him to be, but it's okay. Okay, so attack for 2 with my bottom. It does 3, and it poisons. So now this guy is always dead. Just default attack 2. And it misses, so I'll use my Glancing Potion regular to make it kill. And he didn't get to summon on me. I'm going to need to rest before this guy comes out. Oh, I'm an idiot. He comes out right now, doesn't he? So am I just going to short rest here anyway then? Short rest and get Thresh and Flail? And just walk up to him and Thresh and Flail him? That probably feels like my best case, I think. Because that was guy number 3, and so I have the Wave Thrower already. And I cannot step off the gas. I think that short rest will be the play. Which really sucks, because I would really, really like to get the heal 2 and to get my disadvantage armor back, because that is a huge, huge difference, especially on a 4 health character. I'm just going to have to manipulate the initiatives and switching my forms to take no damage. But the monsters are moving into the center of the board here, which means that they're going to be able to reach me on either side. So I'm going to need at least 1 turn of them standing still and not reaching me, right? So this guy moves 2. This guy moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And round ends. This guy comes in. So Thresh and Flail is attack for 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9. So I just need a +1 to kill. Oh, into my Embrace. But I cannot afford to go down to 3 health. But into my Embrace is a really bad card to lose. I just don't think I can afford to do anything different. Do I go at 17 because it's fastest, or do I go at 20 to get the 1 extra shield? Move 1 with the 1 extra shield is probably fine. I just have to hope the Blade Spinner doesn't reach me, and if he does reach me, I guess the 1 shield helps. So let's Hornbeetle Carapace and Thresh and Flail. I'm not going to be able to recover a card or anything with it, because this will be in the active area. So I don't get that from playing the Loss. I can also Heavy Sword one of the hits, though, and I have Precision Potion, so I should always be killing, I think. Move 0 out of this guy. I love to see that. Summon out of the Wave Thrower. So I absolutely had to go for this play, or it was just completely over. I'm going to get attacked for 2 from the Blade Spinner. So I'll move 1, shield 1. Most definitely, this was a good call. Move 1, shield 1, and then attack. So attack for 4. Let's make it attack for 5. It does 5. Attack for 4. No, attack for 3. It does 4. And now everything except for -1 kills. Beautiful. The light is not set yet, so I can't turn that light into something else, because it would be set at the end of my turn. Bolt Shooter does nothing, and Blade Spinner 1, 2, 3, and then just attack for 1, and there's no fire. Yeah, there's no fire. The attack for 1 does nothing. Okay. This was kill number 4. Bolt Shooter. Great. At A? At A. Okay. So, what am I doing here? If I switch quickly into ranged form, I'm like busted. right? I probably should have done a default move 2 and moved here instead, because now I'm really close to this bolt shooter. I'm really close to both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so at least this guy, he can't hit me with the focus fire. This guy can hit melee form with focus fire. I don't want... There's, like, nothing good for me to do in melee form against the Blade Spinner. There's just nothing good for me to do there. Which makes me want to switch to range form, but I can't switch to range form when range form is so close to both of these bolt shooters. It leaves me way just a sitting duck. Maybe I just Draining Pincer with Feeding Frenzy? And I can move away. There's not really anything I can do into the Blade Spinner that makes a lot of sense, right? I could Reckless Jab to disarm him. And then I would take 2 Retaliate. I think I want to save the Reckless Jab. It'll be really good into the Soldier. I don't have the Mirrored Knife, so I'm going to need to long rest before that happens. I don't have guys close enough to Geminate to ranged form to get a good Hydrotherapy. Hydrotherapy? Haruto? I don't know. Hydrotherapy. It's all gonna come down to whatever cards the monsters pull. I don't think I can afford to attack the Flaming Blade Spinner, which means that I have to just switch forms. And so I'll switch forms slowly. Nothing out of the Blade Spinner, but both of these get to reach me. So 2 attacks for 2. I take 1, and I lose a card. Maybe Harvest the Essence. I don't think I can afford to lose a ranged card. On the bright side, though, now these guys did step up, and I can Hydrotherapy them. 60 would be really late to go. So let's lose Smoldering Hatred, I think. Or maybe Locust Host. So what is my play here? The next guy I kill spawns a Bolt Shooter, so I don't really even want to kill Bolt to be spawning them. Maybe I want to be down here. So I'll move 3 jump and switch forms. If I go for a fast Hydrotherapy, though, it'll change me into melee form. And then melee form gets kind of dominated. But at least I'll heal up. I could go for Mind Spike bottom and hope to get a +2 and kill this guy. Mind Spike bottom with Hydrotherapy top. And then if I kill this guy, then it would just be the Blade Spinner hitting me and I'd have 7 health. I would love to be able to get off 2 of these to heal. But I probably am just going to be switching forms no matter what this turn. I'm really not seeing anything particularly good. Maybe I just want to switch forms and long rest. I don't know. I'm going to go as fast as I can and I guess hope I pull a +2. Move 3, 1, 2, 3, so he's going to reach. There's no fire, though. There's no fire. So at least I'll have very good odds of surviving. Wait, why did I go here and not here? Because it was move 3 jump. Is there any logical reason for me to have gone here and not here? I mean, it's pretty scummy to change it after after seeing the card the monsters pulled. Let's just kill the monsters, right? It is only attack for 2, so it's not that bad. They both suffer 2 and I heal 4. And then I'll Mind Spike bottom. Oh! It does kill, but it also brittles self. And this is not a good time to draw that. This does mean that I could ignore the form change icon. If I ignore the form change icon, then I just get attacked for 2 rather than getting attacked for 3. And then what am I doing up here? Because if this guy goes 1, 2, they'll be like this. I guess I back off and heal with Harvest the Essence. And I attack with Smoldering Hatred into the Bolt Shooter and try to kill him. And if I kill him, then I switch into melee form. That's the play. So I get brittled here. And I would really love to see a miss out of this attack too. Ooh, let's go. Okay, so I take no damage. And then this guy goes 1, 2, but he can't go 3 because of the difficult terrain. Wow. 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 Nice. Oh, okay. So I could have done the attack before I did the hydrotherapy. And then the heal would have gotten rid of the brittle. So, if you're ever going for that combo, do it in that order. But I do have Feeding Frenzy up. Oh, I don't have Feeding Frenzy up. Oh, wait. Yeah, I was supposed to activate it last turn. Okay, I thought I had played it. I just didn't like activate it. But my turn was just move 3, jump, and activate Feeding Frenzy. So I do have the Feeding Frenzy activated. I just didn't set it. Which means the light would be waning now, which means the light is gone. And so I go Smoldering Hatred, Harvest the Essence. Nothing out of the Blade Spinner, because he did not set fire. No, he did not. Focus fire out of the Bolt Shooters. Of course. It's always... I mean, you know, they have to draw it eventually. The problem is, in order to get exact range away from this Bolt Shooter, I have to... Oh, but the play is for me to switch forms, right? So I'll move to, I guess, down here. Heal 2, which gets rid of the brittle. And then attack. So I have to muddle myself with Smoldering Hatred. I think I ignore the muddle because I need a 0 to kill. And I kill. And then that will let me switch forms to melee. And that gave me my 6th kill. Alright, it's not... It could be going worse. The only problem is that I haven't done any damage to this Blade Spinner. And now I get Blade Spinner number 2? No, I get the Soldier. So, I mean, this is kind of where I want to be. Is right next to him in melee form. Venomous Barbs, Changeling's Boon. Just kind of hope to kill him, I guess. Move 1, but he's not anywhere near close enough. And... New turn. Get the Soldier. So that would have been a reason to go here instead of here, but I definitely had not thought that far ahead. So, I'm definitely doing Venomous Barbs. If I do Changeling's Boon, it's attack for 1, attack for 2, attack for 2. 1, 2, 2 is attack for 5. I'm never, ever, ever dealing 10 damage. If I Reckless Jab to poison wound myself and then long rest this next turn, he gets disarmed off of that. So it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. Beautiful. Not moving out of the Bolt Shooter. This is looking well. This is looking up. Attack for 2, poison. It just does 1. He gets poisoned. And then now I'm not going to poison myself. I'm just going to wound myself so that I get disarm on the attack. So it's attack for 2, poison and shield counteract. He takes 3 damage. I get wounded. I already am wounded. He gets disarmed. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we have move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sets fire. This guy doesn't move. This guy does nothing because he's disarmed, so he won't set the ice because he doesn't... Oh, no, he shields, so he does set the ice. And then I get attacked for 2. But since I'm not poisoned, it's just an attack for 2. And then this is where it's risky. I just have to hope this lurker doesn't get hit one target with all attacks, and I have to hope the blade spinner retaliates or something. I have to hope that the next card that gets pulled is miss, because I'm taking a nap. This is not horrible. Not horrible. So, Bolt Shooter does nothing. I get attacked for 2. I take 3. And then I'm going to get a strengthened attack for 2. And so I have to hope it pulls a 0. Or I'll just lose Changeling's Boon. Changeling's Boon's not the worst card to be losing here, right? It's not the worst case scenario. So he'll strengthen himself. That really sucks. And he attacks me for 2. Okay. Well, there's the crit, so I have to lose Changeling's Boon. Then I suffer 1 from the wound, and I heal 2 from the rest. I get all of these back, which is very nice. Maybe Smoldering Hatred goes down. I really need to keep as much stamina as I can. Yeah, that'll give me 4 and 4 cards. But then I have almost no ranged attacks in ranged form. But maybe I'm just doing healing and distracting in ranged form, and then I'll go for a Dragonfly Surge to pick up the kill at the end. But also being able to Dragonfly Surge bottom for the advantage for a 2-target Smoldering Hatred. I'm probably never getting a 2-target Smoldering Hatred. And Mind Spike Hydrotherapy is a good combo. If I keep Dragonfly Surge and Harvest the Essence, then that is a pretty bad combo. Unless I'm actually playing the loss. So that makes me think I lose Harvest the Essence and I keep Smoldering Hatred. But I would really like to have the Heal 6 combo. But maybe that's just not really viable here. How much damage do I need to do to win? I do still have Hornbeetle Carapace too. What are my odds of critting? I've got 7 cards pulled, so an attack with advantage, it's not impossible. But I still need to kill 2 Blade Spinners. I need to kill 2 Blade Spinners, so I need to keep all of my ranged attacks. As many ranged attacks as possible, right? But I think I want to be melee here, and I already did the heal 2, right? Yeah, because I went down to 3 health, so I did already do the heal 2. I could Venomous Barbs on the Blade Spinner. I would take some Retaliate, Venomous Barbs, and Reckless Jab on the Soldier. But I don't really want to do that. Maybe I would rather be in ranged form, and I could Hydrotherapy. If the Blade Spinner comes close to me, I like that. He did not come close. So he just eats the fire and makes me suffer. Wait, no he doesn't. They can't target this guy. Duh. I think he would still eat the fire, though. I'm not sure. It's not a targeted ability. It doesn't matter. He did not come closer to me, which I don't like. But I do have boots, and I could underspeed this guy. He's not moving, so I could underspeed him, heal off of him with the hydrotherapy, and then move closer to him. Or I could Mind Spike and hope to kill him. Move 2 out of this guy's annoying. He'll come this way. I think I'm not going to use my boots. I'm going to let him attack me for 5. Oh, I never ended the last round. Undo... Wait. What? Wait, why did they get new cards? Oh, the bolt shooter got new cards because I never ended the previous round, which is why, like, the bolt shooter was grayed out. And he had drawn a shuffle on the previous turn. So this is what they were actually supposed to draw this turn. Which is a lot worse for me, because now the Blade Spinner's attacking for 4 instead of just making me suffer. Oh wait, no it's not, because I'm over here. Okay, so we get move 2, move 1. This is closer, because he needs to go this way. And then now attack for 2. Okay, I take no damage, then attack for 2. I take no damage, and then attack for 2. And I take 1 damage. Oh my gosh, that could not have gone better. Okay, well, I mean, that's really sloppy and messy because I messed it up. But this still went really well for me. So I've got move 2. Unfortunately, I can't get close enough to the Blade Spinner. But move 2... hydrotherapy, and melee form. I really wish I could Smoldering Hatred, but is there any way that I switch the... No, Mind Spike's not really doing anything for me. So in melee form here, maybe I just Reckless Jab the soldier and try to kill him. I can go ahead and Mirrored Knife it. Which maybe I don't even want to do. What do I do here? If I come up to the soldier and I Reckless Jab and I kill him, then I switch to Geminate, and then the bolt shooter gets to do its darndest to me. I haven't been damaging the Blade Spinner at all. And so, like, if I get 2 Blade Spinners on me and they're doing a lot of damage, it feels like I'm in a bad spot. But all I do need to do to win... All I need to do to win is kill both of the Blade Spinners, which hydrotherapy does really well at damaging them, because they can never heal. It's only 2 damage each time, though, so I need to play it 6 times to get the kill. I need to be in ranged form. I don't have any disadvantage left. So I think I go fast and I try to pick up the kill, and then I just survive whatever the bolt shooter does to me. And then I Smoldering Hatred. I might not, depending on what they're doing, but this guy got shield and extra retaliate. I was thinking that I could potentially target the bolt shooter instead, or the Blade Spinner instead of the lurker with my melee guy, because I switch forms with the draining pincers. Attack 5 out of the bolt shooter is really bad, though. I don't have any disadvantage for it. I don't have any way to move. But I don't have to change forms if I pick up the kill. So I'll just step here. Well, I'll just do a default move too, so that even if I don't pick up the kill, I don't have to change forms. And then I might as well poison wound myself, I think. Here's the thing. If I do poison wound myself, then this guy is like dying this turn. He dies this turn, and then I get the blade spinner over here, and then I'm in melee form for the next turn, which maybe isn't too bad. But I have no way to switch back to ranged. I still have my stamina potion, though, so I can stamina potion back draining pincers. And then next turn, I go slow, and I move 3 with jump over here to get away. Or maybe I move 3 with jump to get closer to the bolt shooter to try to do some damage, because melee form is never doing anything to either blade spinner. The only thing it's doing is staying over here and being a sitting duck. So I think I'm okay with getting the kill here. So I'll go ahead and poison wound myself. I maybe don't want to use either of these, though. I would like to save the mirrored knife for if I can get a reckless jab into the ice wraith. And same thing with the heavy sword. Okay, I kill. And then I Amulet of Life these off. And I do not change forms here. Bolt shooter does nothing, and and I stamina potion to get back draining pincers. And then now I go slow. I get, this was guy number 7. That's beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy just makes me suffer 1, and there's no fire. There's no fire. This guy can't move. I could attack for 2, and I would take 2 retaliate. I would attack for 2, and then I would draining pincers to come over here and switch forms. And then I guess I'm going Smoldering Hatred, Dragonfly Surge, poisoning myself and attacking this guy. So then I would be 5 health poisoned while I long rest, and both of these guys have 2 turns to go over there and hit me. So I don't like that. So I'm not going to do the 2 damage to myself. I will just move 3 jump and switch forms. Come on, token. You've been sitting on my head all scenario. So I need to switch here. Move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not at exact range to get this guy. If I don't switch forms here, no, I think I'm going to switch forms. Which means, though, that I would have to poison myself. And so then the 2 attack 2s become 2 attack 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy doesn't reach. I could step here and just attack this guy, and if I can pull a 0 at disadvantage, he dies. And then I switch forms, and then I'm not poisoned. I want to be 4 range away from this hex so that I can Dragonfly Surge it. So I'll move 2 this way and muddle myself. and then hope I pick up the kill. Either way, it's just attack 2s, and at least this way I'm not poisoned. Oh, come on. Come on. I mean, miss would have been totally fine. I would have used this thing. But instead, I just deal 3 damage because I pull the -1. Oh, that's so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Set fire. Attack for 2. I take 3. And then attack for 2. I take 3. Oh. Because I don't get to switch forms since I didn't Dragonfly Surge. And now I have to short rest instead of long rest. On the bright side, though, I just go fast in Hydrotherapy, but on the very dark side, I have to short rest here. That's not a good card to lose, but I only have 1 health, so I literally don't have an option. And I just go as fast as I can in Hydrotherapy. Because I need to switch forms. And then I've got no way to switch out of melee, since I had to lose Draining Pincers. The only way to switch out of melee is to pick up a kill. Which is, like, never happening. So I guess I just set the Hornbeetle Carapace and then I long rest. And then I would have to lose whatever ranged card I play here, so it's either Smoldering Hatred or Mind Spike. So, if I play Mind Spike Hydrotherapy, I back up, both of these guys suffer 2, I heal 4, and then I switch. Then, in melee form, I Hornbeetle Carapace with nothing, and then I long rest. On the long rest, I would have to lose Mind Spike. Then, after the long rest, I come back into ranged form. I guess I go for Smoldering Hatred with Hydrotherapy. And maybe I kill the Bolt Shooter if he hasn't healed by then. These guys will both be at 9, so one of them will go down to 7. I switch to the melee form. I've only got 1 turn in melee form, and I'm never killing anything. So I feel like I just can't switch forms here. I can't switch to melee. So maybe Feeding Frenzy was not a good play. I need to damage one of these Blade Spinners enough that I can kill it in melee form. But that's, like, really hard to do. The best I can do is attack 4 by just poisoning myself and not wounding myself. I can do attack 5. And so if I back up and make one of them suffer with Hydrotherapy, and then they come over to me, and then they go fast and they come closer, then I move up and I Reckless Jab and attack 5, and I crit, it deals 9 damage. And then I get to switch back into range form, and then I don't have to long rest. It feels like that's, like, my only condition here. I feel like I have to heal on this turn. I have to back up from these guys and heal. It's not possible for me to get far enough away to Smoldering Hatred. I could do it with Hydrotherapy bottom. And this keeps me safe. I say keeps me safe while I'm sitting here at 1 frickin' health. I think I like that the most. Move 0. I love that. So I go 1, 2, 3. With Hydrotherapy, bottom. And then I immobilize and curse myself. Let's do it. So I immobilize and curse myself. And then I'll attack left and then right, both of them for 2. I'm muddled, so the left guy takes 1. The right guy takes 3. And then I will curse myself and re-muddle myself. And attack left then right, both for 4. Yeah, they're at 4 range. So left, he gets missed. So I use my precision potion and he takes 6. And then into the right, it would take the +1, so he takes 5. And they're both immobilized. And I'm immobilized. And this guy can't move at me. They would strengthen themselves on their turn, which means that they would set fire because they did do an action. This guy finally gets the repair drone, which is really bad. I mean, I guess I just need to hope that he stays down here and does nothing for the whole rest of the scenario, right? I mean, I've got to just attack. I did really good damage on that last turn, despite being muddled, which is really nice. I don't think I want to kill here, because if I kill, I get the Ice Wraith, and then the Ice Wraith just absolutely wreak havoc on me, right? I'm muddled, so I'll do attack for 2 into this Blade Spinner and get him low. Then, with the Mind Spike, I switched into melee form. The Blade Spinners run towards melee. I play a turn just to get a card that I can lose. And then I long rest so that I can lose one of these melee cards rather than one of the ranged cards, because ranged form is going to be where it's at. And then I think I just never switch out of ranged form. So I'll play Hornbeetle Carapace with a bottom. And then when I rest, I'll lose the bottom. And I'll have one melee card in my hand that I can lose to damage. And this has got to be the play. So attack on the guy on the left with Mind Spike. Wow. It deals 3 damage because it's disadvantage. And I didn't want him to die. I would actually like him to have had 1 health more so that I could Hydrotherapy and heal off of them. But it's okay. I'm sure I was supposed to be in ranged form. I just never switched the token, but it's fine. And then these guys move 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can go either way. I think I would rather they go closer to Geminate. Oh, wait. No, this guy gets closer going this way because of the difficult terrain. This guy can go either way, but I probably want them to go together. So that, like, a move 2 Hydrotherapy gets both. It doesn't kill this guy, which is really unfortunate. Also, I can't really play it because then I switch to melee. And switching to melee is death. So I just need to take... I need to take Hydrotherapy top out of my vocabulary and just use it for the bottom. The problem is that I've cursed myself a lot. My odds of drawing a crit are really low. And I've cursed myself a lot, and I don't have any of my precision potions anymore. So I need to get really good pulls in order to win the rest of this. And I just don't know if that's going to happen. I guess, though, Hornbeetle Carapace, once I have that active, Hydrotherapy bottom with Dragonfly Surge top, I just need that to kill everything. So I might as well go fast in Hornbeetle Carapace. I don't see any good reason to go slow and do it. I don't hate that. 1, 2, 3. Would it be possible for me to Hydrotherapy bottom and kill all 3 of these guys in the same turn? Would that be possible? No move out of the Bolt Shooter. I don't want melee Geminate to do anything other than stay as far away as possible and tank. So let's Hornbeetle Carapace. I could not Hornbeetle Carapace to give myself like one more turn, but I don't think so. Yeah. So let's do this. Now let's long rest. Move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got really far away from me, which sucks, and this guy healed up to full. Maybe I'll still be able to one-shot him with, like, Smoldering Hatred or something. And I need this attack to... I guess it doesn't really matter, because I've got this card to lose, right? And then I've got this card to lose on my long rest, and now I just have 4 ranged cards. And still nobody has died. Can Smoldering Hatred to go for both of them? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both at 5 range. So I can Smoldering Hatred, curse myself, and Hydrotherapy bottom to move and back up, pick up a kill, in case either of them survive. And then next turn, I Mind Spike, Dragonfly Surge. Yeah, this has got to be the play. This has got to be the play. So, Smoldering Hatred, Hydrotherapy. I first will curse myself to get 2 targets. I have Hornbeetle Carapace up. So, it's attack for 4, attack for 4. So, I don't need to muddle myself. So, let's go top. Oh my gosh, and I turn the fire into light. And the top guy dies. And then now everything kills the bottom except for a miss. This guy's not moving. Dude, there's no way. There's no way. Wait. Do I Hydrotherapy? 1, 2, 3. He's 4 range from me. It's just attack 2, so I would have to pull attack. I would have to pull +2 or crit. But I could theoretically kill him this turn with Hydrotherapy because it's attack for 4. And so it could kill this turn, but if it doesn't, then I just lose the scenario for myself, right? What am I doing this next turn? I'm attacking the Ice Wraith for 4 and for 8. And the attack for 8 has advantage. I think I might be in there. I've killed 9 targets. This guy doesn't move. I didn't switch forms. Let's do it. Double check the rules to make sure I'm doing it right. Oh, I guess I would click this, right? Okay, it's just not hotkeyed at all, but it's just right here. Spawn 1 normal Ice Wreath at either starting hex and 1 elite at the other. Place a character token on the elite. Okay, it is on the elite. You don't get to choose, but that's fine. The 2 Ice Wraiths both act each round, but share the same hit points. Whenever the first ability of their shift form action would be performed, instead switch the Ice Wraith character token. You can only damage or target the Ice Wraith with the character token. So I Dragonfly Surge, Mind Spike. I'm at 4 range, which is exactly where I need to be. I just need to kill. And then I'll switch to melee, and I just long rest. Alright, here goes. attack for 6 with advantage. Attack for 8 with advantage. It does 9 and it wounds. And then attack for 4. And I don't draw a curse. Okay, it's not over, though. It is not over. They both die. I have to kill this bastard bolt shooter. My Hornbeetle Carapace is gone. My Dragonfly Surge is gone. I only get one more turn, don't I? Oh, no. This is gonna hurt so badly to lose. This is gonna hurt so badly to lose. And I already can feel it. My Geminate is cursed. No. I only have one more turn. And I pulled well enough there that even if I had had one less Hornbeetle Carapace, I still would have killed. Which means that the right play would have been to Hydrotherapy on the previous turn and take the attack from the Bolt Shooter. Well, no, because he healed 3 here. Okay. I switch to melee. And I long rest. Oh, come on. Whatever, I guess it doesn't matter. Then I lose Mind Spike. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get to double hit him with Smoldering Hatred and Hydrotherapy. But I have to +2. Alright, Geminate. This is your revenge story. 1, 2, 3. Attack for 2. Don't miss. Oh, come on. I need a +1. I need a +1. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is so painful. This is so painful. Oh. I can muddle myself. And if I muddle myself, I kill with -1. Okay, we're just going to do the math. We're going to figure out exactly what is in the deck. We're going to do the math, and we're going to do what the math dictates. So, in my deck in total, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 extra zeros, which is 10 zeros. -2 is 8 zeros. I have 8 zeros total in my deck. Of those 8, I have pulled 2. So I have 6 zeros left in my deck. So 6 of 18 cards are 0. So 1/3 chance we pull a 0. I've already pulled 3 of my +1s. So you start with 5 normally. I've got 2 extra. So I have 7. So there are 4 +1s left in my deck. So it's a 4 in 18 chance that the next card is a +1 and I attack and it kills. But then there is also, there are the 2 crits. So a 6 in 18 chance, a 1/3 chance that if I pull a card, it kills. Those odds are better than I thought. If I pull 2 cards, I need for neither card to be a curse. I've got at least 2 curses. I've got 2 curses and 1 miss, right? And those are the only things that don't kill if I muddle myself. If I muddle myself, a -1 kills, which means everything better than curse kills. I should have 21 cards total. So 6 + 18 is 24. So I've got 3 curses in my deck. So 4 chances. If I muddle myself, 4 of the cards will not kill. So it's basically like a 4 and 9 that I lose, which is better than a 50-50 chance. So I muddle myself. Oh my gosh, I would have pulled the +1 either way. I won it either way. Let's go, Geminate. Good job. I cannot believe that I pulled it out. Oh, okay, that is a good way to send the Geminate off. What was next? Yep, there's one of those curses. There are all the curses. Oh, man. Okay, that was a fun level. I like that solo scenario. It is hard. Oh, I'm so happy I pulled that out. All right. Well, let's check the item. Let's check the item before we go. Unfortunately, we don't even get a chance to use it because Gem is dead. This one. Right? I won, right? I don't need to... Yeah, it's one. When an enemy performs an attack targeting you while you are in melee form, the attacker gains disadvantage. This is a head slot. When you're during your ranged ability, while in ranged form, gain advantage for one attack, then flip this over. That is so good. I guess you don't necessarily want to get targeted a lot, but if you're forcing them to have disadvantage, this would mean losing Amulet of Life. But it's like gaining a super spyglass because it's not lost, so you can get it more than once per rest cycle. They should have switched the colors on the mask around on the other side. Like this one's purple and blue, and this one should have been blue and purple, but not that it matters. Oh, I'm so happy. GG, Geminate. GG.